With me, Lorenzo Isaac for TVS Nightline. Here are the headlines for tonight. UNIMAS, with support from the Sarawak government, is launching a research endowment chair to boost its global research impact in biodiversity, biomedical engineering, and Sarawak's history. Malaysia has proposed an ASEAN observer team at the Thailand-Cambodia border to monitor the ceasefire and aid humanitarian efforts. On global updates, southern France is battling its largest wildfire of the summer, which has claimed one life and scorched over 16,000 hectares since Tuesday. Sarawak Premier Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg has received an official invitation to visit Denmark as part of ongoing efforts to deepen bilateral relations and explore strategic partnerships in green technology and education. The invitation came from Danish Ambassador to Malaysia, Christine Van Kilde Werner, during a courtesy call at the new Satria Pertiwi complex earlier this morning. The hour-long meeting zeroed in on potential partnerships in sustainable energy with a strong focus on green hydrogen and carbon capture technologies, fields where Denmark continues to lead on the global stage.
We have a strong presence in Denmark from Danish companies that have long tradition and a lot of experience to offer to Sarawak in the green transition, from green hydrogen to SAF to carbon capture technologies. So we know a lot about the whole value chain, and we think there are really great potential to strengthen the collaboration. We really also discussed the importance of education and also heard about the plans for Sarawak on the education side. So I think we have potential also for further engaging on the education side.
Denmark is also eyeing opportunities to partner in other high-impact sectors from aerospace to AI. At the same time, Sarawak's leadership is earning praise for its bold push towards sustainable energy solutions. In addition, Denmark sees Malaysia as a key gateway to Southeast Asia and is keen to deepen its bilateral ties. University Malaysia Sarawak, UNIMAS, is set to establish a research endowment chair with the full support of the Sarawak government. It marks a strategic move to strengthen the university's research ecosystem and elevate its international standing. The initiative will focus on three key strategic areas, namely biodiversity nexus, biomedical engineering, and bioinnovation, as well as Sarawak history and ecology.
Kerajaan negeri Sarawak dalam pimpinan Negeri Premier akan mengisi kita untuk melonjakkan kita terus ke pesada antarabangsa. Mungkin kita akan bagi segi semangat untuk warga-warga UNIMAS bekerja lebih lanjut ataupun dengan lebih bersungguh-sungguh untuk meningkatkan prestasi UNIMAS di peringkat antarabangsa. Dan juga kita ada juga melihat macam mana endowment ni digunakan untuk sustainability. Dalam keadaan kita di UNIMAS ni, kita menentukan visi kita adalah pendidikan universiti foresight for future.
The opening ceremony will be officiated by UNIMAS Chancellor Tun Pehin Sri Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar on November 3rd, coinciding the first day of its convocation ceremony. The following day, Premier of Sarawak Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg is set to grace the ceremony as the university's Pro-Chancellor. November 6th marked the final day of the event. Additionally, UNIMAS has also made significant strides, revealed Professor Hatta, after the university achieved top 200 universities in a British magazine Times Higher Education ranking. Previously, UNIMAS ranked 401.
Sarawak is making its mark on the global stage by taking part in Expo 2025 Osaka through Sarawak Week at the Malaysia Pavilion. Leading the official delegation was Sarawak Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts Minister Datuk Seri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah, who toured the expo on Wednesday. Joining him were his Deputy Minister Datuk Sebastian Ting, Deputy Youth, Sports and Entrepreneur Development Minister Datuk Dr. Ripin Lamat, as well as the ministry's Permanent Secretary Datuk Sharinas Hussaini, along with top executives from the Sarawak Tourism Board and Business Events Sarawak.
Sarawak Week, held from August 4th to the 10th, served as a strategic platform to promote the state's culture, tourism products and the Sarawak Malaysia My Second Home SMM2H program to a global audience. Key highlights included traditional Ivan craft demonstrations featuring buri weaving and performances of the iconic sape instrument, reflecting the rich heritage of Sarawak's indigenous communities. The SMM2H program was actively promoted to foreign visitors seeking long-term stays in Sarawak, with an emphasis on safety, affordable living costs and cultural diversity. In addition to activities at the Malaysia Pavilion, the Sarawak delegation visited other national pavilions including Indonesia, Germany and Saudi Arabia to foster strategic relationships and explore international collaboration in tourism and cultural development. Through its participation in Expo 2025 Osaka, Sarawak conveyed the message that the state is open to be discovered, explored and lived in, be it as a tourist, cultural partner or investor. The ministry also reaffirmed its commitment to advancing sustainable tourism, developing the creative industry and expanding international cultural networks.
The Malaysian Civil Defence Force in Sarawak is kicking off disaster operations training for the Northern Zone to sharpen readiness among security teams and local communities, especially when it comes to flood response. Deputy Health Minister Datuk Lukanisman Awang Sauni said the training comes in the wake of major floods that hit Subis district earlier this year and is designed to make sure those lessons aren't lost.
Pelaksanaan latihan pada waktu yang sesuai dan di lokasi yang strategik di daerah Subis amatlah bertepatan dan mencerminkan komitmen tinggi dalam memperkukuhkan kesiapsiagaan menghadapi semarak ancaman bencana. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, latihan tata cara pengoperasian bencana ini bukan sekadar aktiviti rutin, tetapi juga merupakan satu bentuk latihan simulasi yang berpandukan pengalaman sebenar. Kejadian banjir besar yang melanda daerah Subis pada awal tahun ini haruslah menjadi panduan dan pengajaran penting bahawa kesiapsiagaan koordinasi yang matang antara agensi adalah asas utama dalam menghadapi sebarang bentuk ancaman bencana.
He also stressed that disaster management goes beyond just rescue and logistics. It's also about safeguarding public health, which plays a critical role in the nation's emergency response systems. A local pedestrian was killed in a suspected hit-and-run early Wednesday morning along Jalan Datuk Seri Joseph Balanseling near KPJ Miri Hospital. Miri District Police Chief Assistant Commissioner Muhammad Farhan Lee Abdullah confirmed that the victim, a 33-year-old man, was found unresponsive by the roadside after suddenly disappearing from sight while walking with his colleague. Farhan said early investigation suggests both the victim and his friend may have been walking under the influence of alcohol at the time of the incident. The victim's companion later realized he was missing and found him unconscious by the roadside near a traffic light close to a petrol station. Paramedics pronounced him dead at the scene. His body was taken to Miri Hospital's forensic unit for a post-mortem to determine the exact cause of death. The case is now under investigation under Section 41 in Bracket 1 of the 1987 Road Transport Act, with police working to identify the vehicle and driver involved. Malaysia has proposed the deployment of an ASEAN observer team at the Thailand-Cambodia border to strengthen the monitoring of the ceasefire and facilitate humanitarian assistance in the affected areas. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim proposed this during a meeting with delegates from both countries, including General Natafon Nakpanit, Acting Defence Minister of Thailand, and Deputy Prime Minister cum Defence Minister of Cambodia, General T. Ha.
Anwar further added that all three countries have reached an agreement to continue dialogue, uphold the principles of security, and ensure stability at the border, which has been under a ceasefire since July 28th. Meanwhile, Anwar also expressed his appreciation to the leaders of both countries for their trust in Malaysia to continue leading peace negotiations and monitor developments at the border. He emphasized the importance of regional cooperation in maintaining security, particularly in the current geopolitical context. During the same meeting, several key agreements were reached, including a commitment to fully comply with the ceasefire, refrain from any attacks, avoid increasing military forces or changing troop developments, prevent provocative actions, and ensure the safety of civilians and infrastructure.
On to world news. The Aude region in southern France is battling its largest wildfire of the summer, which has claimed one life and scorched over 16,000 hectares since Tuesday. Nearly 2,100 firefighters are working across 15 municipalities to contain the blaze, which has also left 13 people injured, including 2 in critical condition, with 3 people still missing. Although the fire spread is slowing, firefighters remain cautiously optimistic about containment. Satellite imagery showed a large smoke plume visible from space, and authorities warn of high fire risks in southern France for the next 2 days.
Oui, c'est la bonne expression et c'est la bonne attitude. Rester sur le qui-vive, écouter les consignes qui sont données par la préfecture et au plus près par les pompiers et les gendarmes, parce que encore une fois, la bataille n'est pas encore terminée. Le feu peut repartir de manière plus importante. Donc, on a encore quelques jours avant de pouvoir indiquer que le feu sera totalement éteint.
Bank of England (BOE) recently announced a cut to its benchmark interest rate from 4.25% to 4%, the lowest level in more than 2 years, to boost the weakening British economy. The BOE's Monetary Policy Committee voted 5-4 in favour of the quarter-point reduction. Among the 5 members advocating the cut, 4 preferred a 0.25 percentage point reduction and 1 preferred a 0.5 percentage point reduction, while the other 4 members preferred to hold the bank rate at 4.25%. This move marked the BOE's 3rd rate cut this year and the 5th cut since August 2024. Down from a recent peak of 5.25%. Meanwhile, BOE's Governor Andrew Bailey stated inflation will peak at 4% by September, contributed by increasing food and energy prices.
We expect headline inflation to peak at about 4% in September. In addition to the contributions from energy and food prices, inflation will continue to be held up over the coming months by a number of increases in regulated and administered prices, such as water bills and vehicle excise duty, that are not directly linked to underlying cost pressures in the UK economy.
Those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Lorenzo Isaac. Thank you for watching and have a good night.